Hey everyone, I'm Ken Molestina. Texas Governor Greg Abbott is speaking on a wide range of issues surrounding COVID-19. Our Brooke Katz had a chat with him one-on-one. She joins us live now from the CBSN set with more on what they talked about. Brooke?
Yeah, Ken, I talked to him last night, and we discussed everything from schools reopening and having in-person classes to the mask mandate and when bars could reopen. Hey, Governor Greg Abbott joining me right now. Governor Abbott, thank you so much for your time. We have a lot to get into today, so let's just dive right in. And first up, let's talk about schools. Dallas and Tarrant counties, they have agreed to go online for public schools through Labor Day, well into September as well. Are you comfortable with doing that or moving that in-person learning and starting off virtually?
So listen, we understand what pediatricians say, and that is the best setting for a child is in a classroom with fellow students and with teachers. But we all also understand that with the coronavirus spreading around, we need to put the health and safety of students, teachers, and parents first. And that's exactly why local school districts were given the authority to make sure they had the flexibility they needed to design an education package that's right for their district and right for their students. There's one thing that may be needed in Dallas and Tarrant counties, something completely different in the Panhandle or some other region, and that's why these local school boards play such an important role where they can work with both the parents and the teachers and the principals and superintendents to design the right package for their students.
Do you happen to see a scenario where virtual learning for all children could end up going past September?
It all depends on the status of COVID-19. As we may talk about later, we're seeing positive trends right now. But listen, until we have medication that will be able to treat COVID-19, we will all have to be very cautious as we step out, whether it be in opening up businesses or opening up schools.
When we talk about some of the restrictions, let's talk about the mask mandate, for example. At what point do you see rolling that back or maybe turning it over to local municipalities to decide for themselves?
Well, if you look at the timing of when the mask mandate was put into place and the way that we are seeing a slight decline in the number of people in Dallas County and Tarrant County and some other counties in the region of testing positive, you see there is a connection between the two, and that's exactly the result of a study that came out of the University of North Texas Health Science Center saying that there was a correlation and a result of the lower people testing positive as a result of the mask requirement. Until we see medications, I think it will be essential for people to continue to wear a mask as they go to work, as they go to schools, as they go out into public.
What about bars? I know they have been closed down for quite some time now. Any idea on when they may be reopened?
Some are being allowed to reopen now for the purpose of serving food, and that bars may be able to transition into a restaurant type setting and be able to sell food. With regard to serving as a bar itself, because the way bars work is they bring people close together without a face mask, drinking, and through the drinking process, losing the sense of control over whether or not they're going to wear a mask. It has been an area that has led to the transmission of COVID-19, not just in Texas, but in other states and other countries. As a result, we have to find safer ways for bars to be able to operate if they're going to be able to open back up.
We also talked about the baseball season that's getting underway. He will be throwing out the first pitch during tomorrow night's Rangers game, but not going to be doing it from Arlington. It is a virtual first pitch he'll be doing in front of the state capitol. Ken?
That'll be something very interesting to see, a first for sure.